another day, another failure. If you come to rob me, you will leave disappointed. All this land and only weeds to show for it. Do you ever regret your choices, Wanderer? Ever feel certain you are on the just path? Only it leads nowhere. That's where you'll find this old farmer. A lifetime of failure. For 30 years I have hunted my brother's killer. Tracked it all across Skyrim seeking justice. Somehow it always managed to vanish. Tell me, have you heard any stories of a monster called the Pale Man? Something that stalks the moonlit snows. It steals loved ones away without a sound. A couple folks sent letters saying they had new sightings. These old legs are much too ruined for travel now. Would you be willing to hear them out for some time? Find Efja in Morthal and Houtgurt in Dragonbridge. Tell them Erolf sent you. Ask them where they saw the Pale Man and who it stole. Thanks for hearing out an old man. Most just think I have lost my mind, but I know the truth.
I heard that someone found a way. This better be important. Unless you want to pick up a rake, I don't have time to jaw at strangers. Well then, that changes it. I used to think that man had lost his senses. Then the Pale Man killed my bear. Now I understand. Before you ask, Bear was my hound. He mostly just slept and smelled bad, but he was all I had after my husband died. Because I saw it! Bear and I were tracking hawkers on the coast, over the mountain north of Solitude. When night fell, we made camp. Bear's yelp woke me. I expected to see a giant. Instead, I saw the Pale Man dragging away my poor dog. What do you think? I rushed into my tent and got my axe. When I came out, they were gone. Searched through the night, but the storm was thick as stew, and I can't track like Bear. That monster took my dog. My good dog! Bear deserved better. I've known soldiers and killers in my day. Even been friends with a few. I don't know any I'd call evil, but that thing was evil. That thing killed my dog. Everybody told me I was crazy. Erolf is the first one who made sense. He used to post flyers around the area asking for stories about the Pale Man. We laughed them off back then, but no longer. After the monster took Bear, I sent Erolf a letter that said where to find me. I pray he gets that vicious creature.
My favorite part of coming to this inn is the strangers trying to talk to me. It's great. Never gets old. What do you want? Glad to hear Erolf is still above ground. I thought his obsession had finally killed him. Yeah, I saw the Pale Man. My sister and I were ranging far north of Solitude, out along the coast. That night, we made camp with a plan to head back at dawn. Late after I fell asleep, Merlith's scream woke me. I rushed out of the tent and saw it stalking away, carrying her. Her neck was twisted, backward. I gave chase, but it was quick. Slipped into the shadows without a trail. Taller than any man I've seen, but thin, like a draugr. So I know it wasn't a giant. And paler than a belly of a cave fish. Look, Merlith and I never really liked each other. So I don't care if you find it. But hopefully this helps Erolf. I've known old Erolf for a long time. I thought he was frost-touched, but I was wrong. That thing, whatever it is real, and it murdered my sister. I wonder how many other old stories that I ignored over the years are true. He used to frequent the Inns of Solitude, begging for someone to join his hunt. Just another madman, we thought. Maybe if I'd listened to him back then, we could have found the Pale Man together. Then Merlith would still be alive.
You're back. Wasn't certain I'd see you again. Well, have you talked to Eifja and Hautred? Along the northern coast, you say? Yes, that might narrow it down. Here, follow me inside. Ever since it took my brother, I've tracked Pale Man sightings across Skyrim. See on this map? Yes, there and there. For years I have tracked the location of every Pale Man attack. Each one brought me closer to its lair. These last two confirm it. The Pale Man must be on the northern coast between Dragon Bridge and Solitude. It won't escape me again. A decade ago, I tracked down a cave where the Pale Man brought its kills. For days I waited. Eventually, I left to replenish supplies. When I returned, I saw loose rocks and an empty crawl space. The damn thing had watched me the whole time. It only attacks the unsuspecting or vulnerable, and I was armed to the teeth. It's no mere beast. It's smart, cunning. But I have an idea on how we draw it out. Bait of an unusual variety. Would you be willing to help out? Gods, no! I'm not willing to lose the only helpful person I've met in a decade. I need you to collect the ingredients and bring them to me on the northern coast. Then we'll draw out the creature and avenge its victims. The Pale Man likes to take people, so we'll make one for it, using Draugr parts treated with alchemy. This is where you come in. There is a crypt nearby. Dead Man's Respite. Chop up enough Draugr parts for a body, then meet me on the northern coast. This must be the Pale Man's cave. See the bones? Wolves don't make patterns like this. And I have seen this before. At its own lair. A location this remote is perfect to grab folks who are alone. Told you it was clever. Did you get the Draugr parts? You assemble them into a body that tempts the Pale Man. Take these sharp bones, jam them into the torso. Then stick the arms, legs, and head onto them. Gruesome work, but it should hold. Pour on the pungent mixture I've made, and you have your bait. Last time I found a crude table deep within its lair. There were remains with gnaw marks on them. I think that's where it eats. Search the lair for a similar table. Place the body on it, then pour on the mixture. And hold your breath. If this doesn't work, then come get me. I am not letting this thing escape again. It won't be killing any more people. If we have to, I'll be the bait. But I'd like to avoid that for as long as possible. Despite everything, I'd like to live. Was it in there? Were you able to kill it? What happened in there? Then it's over. Shaw's bones, it's over. After so many years, that thing is really dead. I don't know how I can thank you. I lost everything and was ready to give it all up. But now, finally, justice. I don't... Wait. That ring. It can't be. It's Drendek's signet ring. Our mother gave it to him shortly before our hunting trip, when the Pale Man took Drendek. I always felt she blamed me for losing it, and for my brother, but now... These must be from all the other victims. Trophies of the lives it snatched. That means it wasn't hunting for food. It was proud of what it had done. I need to return these to the families. Aifia and Hautgard. All of them deserve to know it's over. You've done more than enough for a broken old man. I'd like to see the faces of everyone when I tell them. It'll take a while with this limp, but I've got something to live for now. All I can offer you is this. Thank you.